my name is Liz and I sell on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari, and today I am doing a ship with me video. These are my sales from Thursday night through Sunday night because I don't think I've had any this morning yet. I usually ship on Fridays, but I just didn't get to it this week. So I think it's 26 packages. One of them is a 3-piece bundle, so 27, 28, something along those lines, items to ship out. I have all of my labels printed here. I use a Rollo printer, and then most of my sales are on Poshmark, so the shipping is very easy. And then I have one Mercari sale today. I use poly mailers. I like to have the fun prints and designs. It makes me happy to pack them up like that. I know I could use free ones or cheaper poly mailers, but I like to pay the couple dollars more for a pack of 100 for the fun ones. And then I have some USPS packages for some of my bigger ones. And yeah, so let's get started. So in my inventory system, I have bins that are lettered, and then I just put the package, I put everything in a Ziploc bag inside the bins. I don't like number the bags or anything. That wouldn't be very helpful to me, and it just seems like more time used. So I reuse those bags. I don't pack things in extra plastic or wrapping. I've had, out of like over 5,000 sales, I've had so few issues that it's like less than 5 out of 5,000. So I don't like the waste of it. I know that some people do, and that's fine. I love to watch the videos. I should tell you what this is before I pack it up. This is an Athleta shirt. The style was called the Essence Twist. This sold for $15, so I got $9.98 from it. I got it from the bins where you pay by the pound, so I probably paid around $1 for it. You know, not the most amazing high profit sale, but those are the ones that keep your closet moving and keep, you know, pay the bills eventually when they all add up. So this one is going to Philadelphia. This is the one Mercari sale I had. So these were a pair of rag and bone jeans. The style was the Dre low-rise boyfriend. These sold for $40 plus shipping on Mercari. I don't do free shipping because if there is a return, then you don't get that money back that you paid for shipping. So I made $34.06 from Mercari on these, and they also came from the bins. So that one was a much better profit. And that was like a full price sale on Mercari too, which is always nice. Next is a pair of men's Theory pants. So they are like a traditional suit pant style. The style was called the Mayor, I believe. And they are just like a gray suit pants. So these sold for full price of $40 also. And I got 32 from them on Poshmark. Mercari's fees are a little bit less, so for the same thing, I made $2 less because it sold on Poshmark versus Mercari, but so many of my sales are on Poshmark. It's by far my best platform. I also got these from the bins, so that was a very good profit. These are going to North Carolina. This one is an item that has been around for way too long. I'm gonna say well over 2 years, and it is a Tommy Hilfiger sweater. It has a little TH on the side, and it is, I think I was able to date it to around like 2000. So it is vintage. And I thought that, you know, maybe that would help it sell, but it didn't do very well. You win some, you lose some, but I have, you know, the space in my inventory system where I'm not, you know, looking for the super quick sale. I can hold on to things. I, you know, would rather everything sell quick, of course, but that's just not possible with everything. So these sold for, or this sold for $15. I made $9.98 and it came from the bins. So, you know, after 2 years making probably $7, not so great, but it's still $7. Okay. Then next we have these little Sorel boots, and I'm gonna, okay, glad I checked because I have 4 or 5 pairs of this exact style, and these are not the same size. So I'm glad I checked that, but I'll grab the other one after I'm done filming. But these are the Cumberland style, and I don't know why, but I find this style of Sorel boots all the time. I've probably sold 4 of them at this point and have like 3 more in my inventory. So they must just be a very popular style for whatever reason. Package it otherwise, so I'll stuff the bottom with some tissue paper so that they don't bounce around too much in here. I'm using the free USPS packaging. You can get it from their website. This is my favorite box because it has the self-sealing tab on it, and it just makes it really easy to pack, and then you don't have to use your own tape or anything. So I try to use those as much as I can when I need a box. These sold for $20. I got them from the bins, and I made 13 something on them. They are going to Washington. I will fix that one when we are done. Oh, I forgot. I have my thank you stickers too, so I have to put those on the packages. I'll go back and put those on those other ones after this. Next is some Free People, and this is one of their thermal sweaters. This one happens to be new with the tags, and it's actually really cute. Some of them are kind of out of style at this point, but this one is really cute. I paid $7.50 for this, so at the regular thrift store, not the bins, and it only sold for $25, which I think was an offer that I sent on some older things. So this has been around for probably, I think I sent some like 50% offers on stuff older than 6 months. I try and do that every couple months just to move out some older inventory. So I made $17.98 on this after Poshmark fees, so only like a $10 profit, but it's okay. This is going to Georgia. I have a Victoria's Secret bra. So I love to pick up bras from the bins. They're so lightweight, and it's great for, you know, helping with your cost of goods. If you go by, you know, dividing your total cost by number of items, these weigh so little, it definitely helps. I probably paid around $1.25 for that, and sold for only $8, but with after fees it was $5.05, so, you know, made around $4 on that. That is going to somewhere in New York that I've never heard of. I think the only pair of jeans, which is kind of surprising because I sell quite a lot of jeans. These are Kate Spade. They have some floral embroidery on them. I paid $7.50 for these. from the regular thrift store. And they sold for $25 on an offer to me. So I made $20 on those before my cost of goods. I'm just telling you what I made from Poshmark. I didn't calculate like my actual profit on stuff. They are going to Ohio. I have another bra here. This one was given to me by a family member. So the brand is Alomi. It's not a brand I had ever heard of before, but it was free to me. So it sold for $12 on an offer to me. So I made $9.05, and that is all profit since I did not pay for it. And seal that up. These aren't, neither of these bras were like molded cup ones. So if they were, I probably would have put some tissue paper in there so that they didn't get crumpled, but neither of them had padding. So not worried about that. This is going to Arizona. And this was a fun one. So at the bins, I like to look at some of the like bedding and linens and stuff like that. And this is a pillowcase that I grabbed, and it doesn't have a brand. I think I looked it up and it maybe was like something that would have been sold at Home Goods or something, but it's all real leather and calf hair. So I have to decide how the heck to package this one up because I don't want to fold it too much. So I'm gonna package this one after this. But anyway, it sold for $20, so I made $16, and from the bins I probably paid around $3 for this, and it's going to Texas, which I feel like that is the perfect place for this to end up. So I'll probably try and see if I have a poly mailer that's big enough where I don't have to fold it. If I get like a big poly mailer from a purchase I make, sometimes I will reuse them for stuff like that. This one is an American Eagle sweater. It came from the bins. It was very current, like I think it was a 2022 sweater, and it was an XXL, which is awesome for sizing. I'm gonna use one of the Tyvek mailers from USPS because they're a little bit bigger than my poly mailers, so it I don't have to squish it quite as much. This one sold for $18. I made $11.42, and it's actually pretty lightweight from the bin, so I probably paid around $2 for it, and that one sold pretty quick. I'm gonna say like a month or two. And it's going to Ohio. This one was not really a very good sale. I don't know why on earth I paid $6 for this, and I think it's been around for a pretty long time. I guess maybe I just thought because the material it would do better, but it's a vintage belt and it's made from kangaroo leather. So I guess I probably just didn't really look it up, but it was made in Australia and it's made from kangaroo, which kind of makes me sad. I don't know. I mean, obviously all leather is made from animals, but like maybe because I'm from the US, kangaroo just feels like way like rarer of an animal than, you know, cows. But I wonder if you can even like make stuff with kangaroo leather anymore. So we will package this up. I'm wrapping it in tissue because obviously I don't want the belt to like bang around too much in the packaging or like rip through the packaging. So this only sold for $15, so I only made like $4 on this, and it's been around for kind of a while, but you live and learn. Kind of just an interesting thing to have picked up along the way, and that is going to Massachusetts. Next is another piece of Athleta. These are a pair of joggers, and they're like the softest material. They've been around for kind of a while too. I thought they would be a pretty quick sale, but these sold for $26, so I made $17.82 on them, and I bought them for $4 at the thrift store. So it's about quadrupling my money on those. Not too bad. And those are also going to Washington, which I feel like I like look at where my stuff is going, because I oftentimes think, oh, a lot of my stuff goes to kind of the same places. I usually have a handful of like New York City ones, and today there seems to be a lot of Washington. This is the one bundle that we have today. And it is 3 pieces of Hannah Anderson. So Hannah Anderson is a great kids brand. If you don't pick up kids brands often, it's definitely one to know. You will probably come across it often enough. I find it at the bins a lot, and that's mostly where I'll pick it up unless it's priced pretty inexpensively at the thrift stores. So this one is this little dress, which that has been around for a long time, probably coming on 2.5 years. This is a shirt. And then another little dress. I think they're all like 2T. So I'll package those up. And the bundle sold, I have like an automatic 25% off discount in my shop for a bundle. So most of the time it doesn't ever, people don't buy the bundles that they put together, or you end up having to send an offer, but this person actually just bought it outright. So they paid $38.25 and I made $30.60, and all 3 of those pieces came from the bins. So that was definitely a good profit. Together, I'm gonna say they maybe weigh about a pound for all 3 of them. So that's about $2 for those. Another random sale. So I saw this at the bins, thought it was kind of cool, definitely vintage. It is a Major League Baseball vintage pillowcase from the 90s. So one side has all the AL teams, and the other side I think has all the NL teams. So grabbed this. It weighs so little, but it did take kind of a while to sell. It sold for $10. I made $5.03 on it, and it came from the bins, and it's very light, so probably made around $4.50 on it. I imagine that's going to a little kid's room, and that is going to Minnesota. This is definitely a brand to know if you do not know this one, and it is Ivy City Co. And it kind of started as, I'm gonna say it like started as an Instagram brand. I don't think you'll be able to see this, but I'll try and remember to put a picture of it on the screen. But it's this tiered dress, and it has little gold stars on it. It's beautiful. They are known for like this kind of style of dress, and like dresses you would wear to a wedding or as a bridesmaid, like that kind of stuff. But It's very popular. I believe this had like 38 likes on it or something, and I've only had it for maybe 2 months. It sold for $42. So I made $31.58 on it, and I only paid $6 for this, so happy with that sale. They also have a lot of like mom and me matches, so like you would get that dress for like a little kid too, and you'd match them. That's going to Virginia. And this one is Tory Burch, and it is a silk dress. Her clothes are gorgeous and like high quality, but they definitely never bring me as much profit as I hope they do. So this sold for $37. After Poshmark fees, I got $27.58, but I paid $12 for this dress. So if it came from the bins, that would have been great, but $12 was probably too much to pay for this, and I probably would second guess picking it up at that price point now, but I think it's been around for a little bit. And that is heading to Texas. It's really like pretty, and her stuff is such good quality, but it definitely doesn't garner the retail price on the resale market. It probably costs over $200 new. These were very new. I think they sold in about 2 days, and they were not a brand that I really had heard of. And I think you pronounce it Gyrodon, but they are like a Mary Jane style, and I think they sold based on the style of them. They're kind of like the academia style. I'm gonna stuff the package with tissue paper so they don't bounce around too much. And these were actually a full price sale, which was even more surprising since they're such a random brand, but I can't imagine someone was searching for this brand, but I could be wrong. But I kind of just assumed that they were searching for Mary Janes and came across these. But they sold for $40, and I got $32 after Poshmark fees, and I probably should have used a smaller box for these, but that's okay. A lot of tissue paper. And I only paid $5 for them. So all around, that was great. That's like the sales you hope for. Quick, full price, and good profit. So if I ever see that brand again, which I kind of doubt I will think about picking them up. They are going to Georgia. Next is this jacket, and this is a very popular style from Free People that I came across 2 of them last year at TJ Maxx, and I thought it was kind of at the end of the season, but they were so popular that I was like, oh, they'll definitely still sell. Well, it did just sell in the very beginning of October, so I've been sitting on it for a while, and it sold for $131, which is awesome. They were new with tags, and they retailed for $198. So it selling for $131 is awesome, besides that I paid $70 for it because I knew how popular it was, and I was hoping for just like a quick flip of my money. I had it listed for $175, and I still have another one listed, and I hope that it'll sell soon. So after Poshmark fees, I made $101.82, so I made about $30 profit, which is great, besides that I had to put so much into it, and it's been sitting around for a while, but I don't do very much retail arbitrage, and I only knew that this is such a popular style from like bloggers on Instagram, and I kind of wanted one myself, but that wasn't my size. But they're really nice jackets, so hopefully the other one sells quick now at this point. Maybe I'll relist it. I think I did that once or twice already, but that's heavy. With Poshmark, you get 5 pounds. That's definitely not over 5 pounds, but this is going to Washington again. That's so interesting. This was another sale that was when I sent out 50% off offers. These have been around for so long. It's a pair of little Vineyard Vines kids shorts. Honestly, they've been around for probably 3 years. I wouldn't pick them up at this point. They were from the bins, so I didn't have much into them, but they only sold for $7, so probably made about $3 profit on those after all this time, but at least they sold and I didn't have to just redonate them. This was another full price sale. So these are the brand Faherty, and they are like, I think they're called like the beach jogger, and they're like a terry cloth material. And these sold for $50, and they had been sitting in my death pile for a while. I don't even know why, but they were. And then they sold like 3 days after I finally took pictures of them and listed them. So that should be a message to me to stop buying new things and just list things that I haven't listed yet that I have sitting around, but I'm not gonna do that because I love to shop. But after fees, I got $40 for these, and I only paid $5, so those were a great sale. And they are going, I think that's on Long Island, New York. This was a brand that, this was the first time I've ever found it, and I think I'd heard of it from another YouTuber talking about it. The brand is Nation Ltd, and it's just this little white shirt. It retailed for something ridiculous for what it is, but it sold for $20 on an offer to me, so I didn't have to pay any shipping fee. It sold for $20, so I got 16, and it's from the bins, so probably paid less than $1 for that based on its weight. And it sold pretty quick too, couple weeks, I would say. And that's headed to Georgia. Is the third Athleta thing to sell today. This is a pair of shorts. The style was the shimmy shorts. They kind of remind me of, there's a pair of Lululemons that are kind of similar, maybe the Hottie Hot shorts, but these sold for $19. I got $15.20 after fees, and they came from the bins, so that's not too bad of a profit. Those are headed to Florida. And these were another very quick sale. And these are a pair of maternity figs scrub pants. So that was cool. I've only found figs a handful of times, and weirdly twice it's been maternity stuff. But I only paid $2.50 for these, and they sold for $30 very quickly, like maybe 2 days after listing. And I made $21.02 on them. Those are headed to North Carolina. And this was not a great sale. I didn't lose money, so there's that. But this was a mini Bowden girl's dress with little unicorns on it. I love to sell mini Bowden, and usually their stuff does well. But for whatever reason, this had been sitting for a long time. I had it listed for $25, and it got, you know, looped in with those 50% offers I was sending. So it only sold for $12, and I made $7.03 on it, but I paid $4 for it. So not great, but I usually have very good luck with mini Bowden, so I guess this one just wasn't a super popular style. And that is headed to California. And then last but not least, this sold about 20 minutes after I listed it. This is Brandy Melville, and it's sold to someone whose username is about Brandy Melville, and their entire closet is Brandy Melville. So I don't know if they're gonna resell this or they just weirdly are obsessed with the brand. But that was called the Blair top. I picked it up at the bins, and I had it listed for $18. And my Posher VA sends out 25% off offers 10 minutes after someone likes something. So this had 4 likes in 20 minutes. By the time this person offered me $11 for it, and based on like what my Posher VA would have sent to the other people versus what this was after like the fees and the profit and whatever, it came out to be essentially the same thing. So I took it, even though you know, Posher VA probably was sending out like $14, but with the shipping discount, it basically equals the same thing. $14 sounds better than 11, but it's all the same money in the end, and you can't beat a sale in 20 minutes. So that is headed to Minnesota. And that is the last thing. So overall, I thought this was a pretty good weekend. I sold some good things. I'm hoping that as fall gets closer and people are, you know, buying more jackets and jeans and sweaters, that the sales pick up a little bit, because September was on the slow side, but this is a great start to October. And thank you for watching. Most of my videos are haul videos, so I figured I had a really good amount of sales here to show you. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.